Hello there.
Hello, this is Emily Swallow. And you're listening to the MandaLore podcast with Cyber Ren and Dee Vizsla. This is the way.
Hey there, MandaLore fans. This is Cyber Ren. The bonus episode you were about to listen to is from the Calgary Expo 2026, which we just recorded on this past weekend. I wanted to come in before the show starts just to let you know that there was some big technical difficulties, as we seem to always have at these shows. Their event rooms just aren't set up for a podcast to come in and record cleanly or properly. They're more meant for like stage events and different things like that with people speaking to the crowd, not to have me in there recording. So it's always a bit of a pain and a bit of a circus act to get everything connected and working properly. And even after that, we still have some connection issues. We had some recording issues. So this entire episode is going to be a little bit of a hit and miss. You're going to miss the beginning right away. I don't know what happened in the recording. So we're going to get dropped right into the beginning of the show once I'm already actually talking. And there's a couple times I know during the show when the recorder just stopped recording, or we had a mic cut out or something. Something was going on. So I can do my best to put it together for you so that there's at least something decent to listen to. And just enjoy the bonus content as I talk to the fans. And again, I just want to say thank you to everybody that showed up there that day. I know I say it in the show, but I just want to say thanks again as I get this one together for you. And there you go. Let's get to it.
As we record every time there's something on Disney Plus, all the new TV shows, all the movies, we talk about everything. My co-host up there is Dee Vizsla, and I am Cyber Ren. He's all the way down in Kentucky. He couldn't make it up this week. He lives in Kentucky. He was hoping to fly up here, but plane tickets are ridiculous right now. So what we usually do here at the Expo is we like to go through our show live. We try to do a podcast similar to what we do on the regular show. I've got cards up here because we've got so many new people. So at the end of the show, I would love you guys to come on up, subscribe to the show, get more listeners in. What we do is we discuss every episode of every show, and we take in feedback every week, and we answer all emails, all voicemails. And it's a great show. Here at the live event, we want it to be interactive. So I've got my notes here, but I want you guys to speak up. I want you guys to ask questions. I want to ask your guys' opinions, your perspectives, kind of thing. My assistant back there is going to be running around with the microphone to help us record your questions so I can include it in the show later. So I'll just get that set up. So let's get started right there. So we're going to start off with the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer. Have you guys seen it? Has everybody here seen it? Is there anybody who has not seen it? Couple people? Okay, well, I'm going to show the trailer up on the screen here, and then we're going to talk about it, okay? So you guys are ready? Sorry, Vizsla, you won't be able to see this. Here's the trailer. This is the newest trailer that just came out a couple days ago. All right. Back to Vizsla. All right. Who's excited for this movie? Come on. Yeah. All right. This new trailer, I think it really brought it home, because the first trailer that came out, the teaser trailer, it's like, what is it? It looks like season 4, basically, brought up on the big screen. Finally, we got a trailer now that looks like we're getting an epic movie on screen. So I'm looking very forward to it. So I had a couple points I want to go over here. So the opening scene, we see Grogu in a forest meditating by himself. Now, is he using what Luke trained him? Is he practicing? Because we've been trying to figure this out on the podcast, right? Vizsla, how long did he actually train with Luke? What did we figure, Vizsla?
Well, ultimately, it wasn't very long, actually. Maybe 6 months.
6 months. So
like that.
Similar to what Luke was with Yoda in Dagobah, right?
Actually, a lot longer. Luke was only there like a week.
A week, okay. So in 6 months, how much could Grogu have learned? I mean, is he learning about his connection with the Force? Is he growing up a little bit? That scene kind of tells me that he's using the knowledge that he gained and he's practicing. Wouldn't you say, Vizsla?
I would say that, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he can't be taught really anymore because he's technically would still be a Padawan, but But all he can do is hone what he knows, and that's kind of what he's doing for sure.
Exactly. He's finding a tune. And again, we see him kind of alone. So I'm wondering what's going on there. Why is he separated from Mando or Din Djarin? He's taken on some time training. We see in a clip there's a creature, some type of big, I don't know, lizard-looking creature kind of hovering over him, says, "Are you scared?" And Grogu kind of shakes his head. He's like, "Good, you should be." And that to me sounds like something Yoda would say. Because didn't Yoda say words like that to Luke? Like when he sent Luke off to the dark cave in Empire Strikes Back, yeah, you should be scared where you're headed. So I have a feeling that that guy is maybe helping Grogu a little bit. I'm not sure. That's kind of what I was leaning towards. Vizsla, any points on that?
I didn't go there. I think I think it was more about whatever mission they're gonna do, and not necessarily about his turning to the dark side is what that's what kind of Yoda was alluding to for Luke.
Right.
I think it was more about whatever quest or mission that they're going on right now. I think that's the part that he's wondering if this little kid is going to be scared or not. But that's kind of what my feeling was about it.
Okay. But we do see in the trailer that he gets separated. For some reason, he's on his own. And I'm wondering if it's that scene where Mando says, "I'll catch up, you get out of here," and they get separated. I mean, this is part of Grogu's growing up. He's got to learn how to handle himself. Mando's not always going to be there to protect him, which we also heard in the trailer. Mando says that the old protect the young, and then the young protect the old. So I think this is where Grogu has to grow up a little bit and learn to protect Mando. And I bet you something's going to happen in this movie where Mando is in some serious trouble and Grogu's coming to the rescue. What do you guys think? Yeah? Let's talk about Sigourney Weaver. I mean, the fact that this trailer opens up with her narrating the story, I thought was absolutely beautiful. I'm so glad to have Sigourney Weaver in Star Wars finally. Is everybody with me? Yeah? Oh, yeah? Everybody's with me? Vizsla?
Absolutely. The queen of sci-fi.
Queen of sci-fi. She's an icon. She's a triple A level celebrity status. So to bring her in, I think, is just a fantastic stroke of genius. But we see in this trailer she's wearing a fighter suit, like an X-wing fighter suit or Y-wing, whatever which surprised me. We hadn't seen that yet before. I thought she was just going to be a general, or somebody dishing out the orders, but here she is getting out of the cockpit of a ship. So I don't know. What do you think of that, Bizzle? That was a new scene for us.
Yeah, she's definitely a fighter pilot. I think she's probably obviously a higher ranking one, but she's definitely in the battling and the fighting. She will be I think she'll be in a lot more of this film than I think we thought originally.
Yeah, because we were discussing that on the podcast, if she's just going to be a guest character, like a couple spots in the beginning of the movie, and then we don't see her anymore, but feeling like she's going to be around. Feeling like she's going to be around. Before I forget, I want you guys to pay attention to everything I'm saying here. I've got some t-shirts, one medium, one large, one extra large. I will give them away if you guys can correctly answer trivia questions. So the first hint I'm going to give you is this is MandaLore episode 176. We have done 176 episodes of this show. We've been doing it for quite a few years now. So that is your first clue. Try to remember that towards the end of the show. And we're going to talk about some other things as we go through. So pay attention, and then we'll do some t-shirt giveaways at the end. All right, so that line, the old protect the young, and then the young protect the old. That theme seems to correspond with Grogu and Mando's relationship. Mando's been protecting him like a father. But eventually, as Grogu's strength in the Force grows, he's going to be able to protect Mando. And I think that we're going to start seeing that transition in the movie, probably. I think it'll start to begin. What do you think, Vizsla?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's really what I think this trailer told me a lot more was more of their connection is going to be in this film, which is exactly what I want to see. So I'm glad they put that in an ad out there, and I think a lot of people are going to be hooked by that. I don't think that was really laid out in the marketing too well previously. So I think this is really going to be more about the relationship, about how they need each other, which is really going to be a good theme going throughout.
I think so. I mean, we've talked about on the show many times. Star Wars is all about family. You have Luke, Han, and Leia. You've got from the sequels, we've got oh man, now my brain is slipping.
Padme
Poe.
and Anakin.
Oh, from the prequels, yeah, Padme, Anakin, and Obi-Wan, and then in the sequels we've got Poe and Finn and Rey.
Yep.
So there always seems to be this family dynamic in their movies and their TV shows, and this one's really pulling on that, the father and son, because we did see in season 3 he actually adopted Grogu as his son. Grogu got admitted into the Mandalorians. He's got his little armor. He's all ready to go, right? So I think that theme is something they're really going to pull on and hopefully tug at the emotions this time around because they're going big. I think this movie they're hoping it's a return to the theater for Star Wars, and they're hoping this is successful and they can continue it because we haven't had a Star Wars movie since when, Bizzle? It's been how many years?
2019, December of 2019.
Yeah, so it's been a while, and they're hoping with the popularity of Mandalorian that this will be a huge success. Are you guys going on opening weekend? Because tickets are on sale already.
Yeah, I was about to ask who has bought tickets. I have.
You know, Fizzle's already. I haven't. I looked at IMAX down at Chinook. It's already almost sold out.
Yes.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm like, oh my gosh, already, and the movie's still a month away. So
yeah, there were a couple showings I wanted to go to, and they were pretty much gone. So I had to.
Pretty much gone already.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be fun. Who's a fan of Star Wars Rebels? Yeah. Oh, you should have saw the reaction for that as well. Okay, are we excited about Zeb being in here? How good does he look? Like that, it looks amazing what they can do with bringing animated characters to life. I am so excited. He was definitely a fan favorite. It's going to be really cool to see him. My question is, are there going to be other Rebels characters popping in that they're not showing us? Probably. Who do you think? Who do you think is going to show up? Hera. Okay, everybody's yelling Hera. Yeah, I mean, she was in the TV shows, right? So she was in Ahsoka. Do you think who else? Who else? I was thinking of Ezra. You think he's gotten off the ship by now? Like, where's the timeline on that, Bizzle? Would Ezra be able to be back?
That part's still a little, clouded a little bit. We don't know if this is taking place before Ahsoka or after Ahsoka. So could be right around the same time. So I don't know if Ezra has made his way back yet. But if it's after Ahsoka, then yeah, Ezra's here, but Sabine and Ahsoka are not.
Sabine and Ahsoka, they're still in another galaxy. So I think they have to hop aboard the Proto whales and fly back. Mm-hmm. There's no other way to hop from galaxy to galaxy, right? So that will be really cool. Well, the last point about the trailer, there's lots of action. I mean, we got that mini ATST walker that we see Mando and Grogu riding on. We haven't seen one that small before. That's really cool. They ride one right up to the big AT-AT walkers. We got ship-to-ship combat. We got gunslinging Western-style shootouts. There's chase sequences. There's monsters. I think they're going all out. Like this trailer really got me excited because it looks big. It looks like they used their budget wisely, right? All right, fans of Maul Shadow Lord. Can you hear that, Vizla?
No, I can't hear the crowd.
Okay. Lots of cheering from Maul Shadow Lord. So we're in the middle of covering right now. So this is why I want you guys to come get a card. We're in the middle of covering Maul on our podcast right now. We're only on episode 3. We're doing 1 episode a week. Even though they're releasing 2 a week, it's going by too fast. So we wanted to stretch it out and do 10 weeks of coverage. So we got episode 3 coming up. We record on Sundays. So when you guys get out of here, you can go home and rewatch episode 3 and then send us some feedback because we love to get feedback on the show. And I'm just going to play. I'll see if I can. We couldn't get this hooked up. I'm going to see if I can play it through the microphone. We have really cool intros for all of our podcasts. I'm going to try to play the Maul one for you guys here. See if this works.
Set after the events of the Clone Wars, Maul plots to rebuild his criminal syndicate on a planet untouched by the Empire. There, he crosses paths with a disillusioned young Jedi who could be the apprentice he is seeking that will aid him in his relentless pursuit for revenge. Join Cyber Ren and D. Vizsla as they once again step into darkness to bring you Maul Shadow Lord. This is the MandaLore Podcast.
You guys heard that okay? Was it coming through here or you just heard the tablet? Oh, I should have held it up like this then. I'm sorry. I thought this mic would pick it up good. So, talking about Maul, what is everyone thinking so far? I want to get some interaction here. Somebody jump up and speak. I got all right, let's get some fan interaction. I want to hear what you guys think about Maul Shadow. Who wants to speak up first? Go ahead. Anybody? We're way over there. Okay, we'll go around the room. It's coming to me here.
Hi, yeah, no, I am really enjoying Maul Shadow Lord, and what I really like about it is that, like, Maul is not going to be redeemed. Like, he is who he is, but you can tell that he's, like, wavering on some points, and he just seems really lonely, and, like, he's always trying to pick up Padawans everywhere, and I'm just like, give the man a Padawan so he can, like, chill for a minute, because he's just, like, on the hunt for someone to train and be beside him, and I'm like, okay.
And it's funny, that's one of my points on my notes. Did you see these before the show?
I did not.
My question right here is, what is the draw for Maul to have an apprentice?
He's lonely.
He's lonely.
He's lonely.
We were talking on our recent show, like, is that what Palpatine has ingrained in him? Because he was trained for quite a while as a Darth, right? So did that help, like, embed it in his brain that I need to have it? I've been trained that way. I need to now be trained that way.
I don't think it's that. I think it's like because he had. I don't think it's that. It's because, like, when he found his brother, Savage Opress, it was just like, oh, I finally have not quite an equal, but like someone that I can care about in a way that I don't think Sidious ever cared for him. So I think that he had that, like, partner that he could rely on in the same way that he can't rely on the Mandalorians because they're, like, beneath him essentially, right?
Right.
So having another Force wielder that he could train and also have as an equal, I think is more of what he's going for. And I don't think Sidious ever showed him any kind of compassion. Or anything. Like, that's not who Sidious is. So I don't want to subscribe Sidious to giving Maul any sort of fuzzy feelings about needing other people.
Okay. You probably couldn't hear that, Vizsla.
No,
yeah.
Sorry.
So she basically, she thinks Maul is kind of lonely because he's been through his whole life without having any compassion, any friendship, any partner, except maybe from his brother, right? So having a partner, having a Padawan gives him somebody to care for, I guess, somebody to, because Maul he's not as dark as Palpatine. And we've talked about this on the show. There's a piece to Maul that I think wants to care about people because he's always reached out. He reached out to Ahsoka. He's reached out to other people. Like, I'm trying to help you. I'm not that dark. I'm trying to help you see the broader picture, right? Like, I want you guys to see what's really going on so you can step away from these factions that are controlling you and that have brainwashed you. And I want you to see the real deal that's going on in the galaxy so that we can get away from it and we can run our own lives. That's kind of what I'm seeing Maul being. And maybe that's why he wants a Padawan. He wants someone to follow his vision.
He wants someone on his side.
Someone on his side, yeah. Vizsla, thoughts?
Well,
while you talk, I'll be back.
My thought is to me, it's all about power and it's all about revenge. This is what drives him. It's been driving him ever since he got cut in half by Obi-Wan Kenobi. So how is he going to get to where he wants to be? He can't just do it with a bunch of Mandalorians and a bunch of non-Force sensitive Zabroks. So he needs Force sensitive people, and I think that's why he wants to do this. He wants to. I don't think he'd actually be necessarily tied to just a Padawan. Like, if Master Eco was willing to join him too, I think he'd take him also. I think this guy's just trying to control everything he can. He's trying to punish everybody that's, went against him in any means necessary. He knows he can do it with Force sensitive people.
Right. Yeah, that's a good way to think of it. You guys had all your hands up in the back there? Sure. Go ahead. Just speak up for us.
Shows in the past few years, and also all the care and the little detail they're putting in, like making Sam Witwer's screams what you hear when he ignites his lightsaber,
right?
Or the fact that he painted his face so they can better capture his emotions.
Yeah.
And how they're characterizing Maul as not just completely bloodthirsty. There's a quiet sophistication to him that makes him so fascinating.
Yeah, he is, and I agree with you on the look of the show. Like we were talking about that as well. It looks almost like it's oil painted, like the animation.
I think they said it was.
The backgrounds are matte paint.
Yeah, the backgrounds are matte painted, and the characters themselves. But plus, we also found out like everything is motion captured. These characters are motion captured, especially in the fight scenes, and it's beautiful. It really shows up in the animation how fluid everything is and how beautiful everything flows. It's really, really great. Yeah, good points.
My favorite part about Maul is the fact that it's giving to Inquisitors some more respect.
Inquisitors more respect?
Yeah.
We've seen episode 5 and 6. We're not going to spoil it's very good.
I just watched them last night, actually. So,
oh, good, huh?
Yeah. Is everybody caught up here? Everybody seen all 6 episodes? Mostly? Okay. Well, I mean, we know the Inquisitors are coming. They were in the trailer, so everybody knows Inquisitors. So your point about the Inquisitors getting respect, because you figure they haven't been really shown to be as tough as we've heard them to be?
Not in the shows they were first appeared in.
Yeah. So he likes their Inquisitors getting more respect as well. I know you're a big Inquisitor guy, so I want you to add on to that.
Well, the Inquisitor is just really intriguing to me because they're all former Jedi, so you can either get turned and go down that road of becoming an Inquisitor and embrace the dark side, or do what Devin and these guys are doing, which is trying to hide and just live your life out, or like Cal Kestis. And so I think it's interesting to see how and learn about how they brainwash them into becoming Inquisitors, and it's a very bad process. And there's a book called Rise of the Red Blade that I would suggest to everybody that really shows the Empire's length of getting somebody over to as an Inquisitor. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, there's a few people nodding their heads when you mentioned that book. Yeah, that's really good. Good point. Other questions or someone else? Yeah.
My thought is, how is it going to connect to Solo, where Maul is at the end, sitting on the throne, talking to Emily Clark's character?
Could you hear that, Vizsla?
I think so.
How is Maul going to connect to Solo?
Yeah, that's the big question, right? So, because it's about 10 years is where we got to get from this point to that point, and I think at that point, I mean, he's at the pinnacle. He's running Crimson Dawn. He's feared. But the thing about it is, I think he's going to stay in the shadows. I don't think a lot of people even know he exists. It's very much like Vader. He's kind of almost be like a myth out there. Not everybody's going to see him. Not everybody's going to know who he is and what he's doing. But he's at that point, though. The other heads of the families, the other syndicates, definitely know who he is. And I think this is what we're seeing. We're seeing that rise to that stature for sure right now.
And we know they just got signed for season 2, so it's going to be a long, drawn-out story. We don't know if it's 3 seasons or 5 seasons, but they're going to work towards that battle. Whether it gets all the way up to Solo, we're not sure. But I think as this story goes along, we'll be tracking it, and we'll definitely let you guys know what we think.
I think it's going to get right. I think it's going to get very close to it.
All right.
Could Emily Clark be the apprentice that he's looking for, like what she was saying, that he's actually looking for her? Or potentially could be Emily Clark is who his apprentice or his second in command. That
Amelia Clark?
Yeah.
As his apprentice or second in command?
Could I can't think of her Star Wars name, but Kira. Yeah.
Could Kira be the person he's looking for to be second in command?
Well, I don't know about that, because what we know from Solo, I don't even know. I mean, Dryden was kind of his face of Crimson Dawn, around that time, and I think Dryden at that point had been around for a few years, and Kira had only been around, had only escaped Corellia just like 2 or 3 years before then. So Maul wouldn't have known her, I don't think, too much before that. But I think Kira, if people follow the comics, know that Kira lasts a long time, and she may end up still showing up. She's around the Mandalorian and Ahsoka timeline, so she's been around for a while and has brought Crimson Dawn back.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be great if she made a guest spot on the show in animated form. Why not? Cool. Next,
so I agree with what the young lady was saying about Maul being lonely. I think the relationship between him and Devon is fascinating because, again, the previous episodes, well, what shall I say? Because I've seen up to episode 8. There's stuff that he said in 3 and 4 that Sidious said to Luke Skywalker in Return of the Jedi when he's telling Devon obviously to strike him down, etc. Feel the hate, the anger. Those are the exact same words that Sidious used to Luke in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah,
stuff like that coming through for the older fans as well is great. But I think we're getting the gratification and justification for a character that was not used as well as, or probably should have been used as much as, in Phantom Menace. And people have been crying out for more and more. We got him obviously in Rebels.
Yeah.
This episode, absolute masterpiece. But now we're seeing more of Maul, the character he is. And like Vizsla was saying, his Shadow Collective is known at this point. So he's been around, it's like 8 years after he sort of disappears, if you like, from Clone Wars.
Right.
The development of Maul in this is phenomenal, but also the characters around him is really good.
Yeah, so basically what he was saying was the development of Maul that we never got to see before, because we saw him with Phantom Menace, one and done, and then he comes back later in Rebels and stuff, but we kind of see the end of his story, because he eventually faces Obi-Wan. We know where it ends. We know where it's going to get to. So this is great because it starts building him up and it starts showing. So
just give you a lighting. Come down.
Oh,
you're dark.
I didn't get my makeup done though. Come on. Yeah, it's building him up. It's showing us more why Maul was somebody to be feared. So yeah, I agree with you. It is giving him a lot more depth, which is great. He was a fan favorite from the moment he came on screen. He was a fan favorite, and it disappointed everybody to see him get cut in half, and that was the end of it. But you guys know, like, George Lucas had original plan. He had his own sequel trilogy, and Maul was supposed to come back and be the main villain, along with Darth Talon, his true apprentice. So a lot of people are wondering if Devon is going to become Darth Talon. It's a possibility. She looks very similar, but can you imagine if Lucas got to do his own sequel trilogy? That would have been crazy. Anybody else out there? Oh, yep, you got one. Hi.
I really enjoyed Maul and how even though his character is dead, they can still continue his story. And I really liked how what was that? So that they're showing us the crime syndicates, like the Pikes, the Crimson Dawn, all that, and the street level, not like the big empire, just like the street level gang violence and things that's happened. And I really liked how his character's going on this revenge path and things. And
it's fun to play in darkness for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Because they promised us that with the Acolyte, and we never really got it.
Yeah, Acolyte it just didn't really...
It didn't hit. It didn't hit. So she was saying that she just appreciates we're getting to visit Maul's darkness and, and not the big greater war. We're getting to see the syndicate and the street level type stuff, because it's a galaxy that we're talking about here. And the entire galaxy isn't part of the war. It's only very specific groups of people that are part of the war. But there's life happening on all these planets and things like the syndicates. There's underworld stuff happening, and it's really cool to get to visit it and see what life is like. I always appreciate, I talk about it on the show a lot, when you're watching these animated shows and you're watching the scenes transition, you just see the street life. Or Mando's walking down the street and you see butcher shops and you see a clothing store or a soup kitchen or whatever. It's just, Star Wars feels more alive when you're seeing all this, outside of the galactic war and the galactic battle. You're getting to live in the Star Wars universe by watching all this stuff. And it makes me think of Star Wars Outlaws. Who's played that game? Star Wars Outlaws really captures the feeling of living on the ground. So if you haven't played that game, It's wonderful. You get to play a Han Solo type character just flying around the galaxy doing odd jobs and trying to survive. And it's all involved with the syndicates. You're working for the Hutts, you're working for the Pikes, you're working like it's so much fun. So if you guys haven't tried that, check that one out. Let's go on to the next point here. So we talked about the darkness and everything. There's lots of slicing and dicing with lightsabers. That's what surprised me, how many people Maul has killed already. Like the stuff that he's doing, that one Pike that he did in the ship, he's holding him back by the Force, drops him, whoosh, slices him in half. That's it. I'm done with you. And it just moves on. It is so crazy and so fun. And I don't know what that says about us when we're cheering on people getting cut in half and having fun with it as fans. But so what I'm also appreciating with this show is the depth surrounding Maul, all the characters that are around him. We've got Lawson and his family. Like, I already really care about Detective Lawson and his kid. I thought his kid was going to be younger. His kid's growing up, like 16, 17 years old. And I love that there's a story developing with them, and that brings depth to the show. I love Two Boots. Who loves Two Boots? You hate Two Boots?
It's a protocol, George. You wear boots.
Okay, I see, and I've been saying that he reminds me a lot of Tech from the Bad Batch. Just in the way he speaks, in the way he analyzes, and he's analytical, so Two Boots is kind of fun. Master Eco has made an appearance, so we've got a Jedi Master that's been in hiding since Order 66, and I think there's a bigger story to Master Eco. We've seen it developing. Do you guys think that, we've already saw one big battle, right? One big lightsaber fight, but I have a feeling it's building to something. What do you think, Bisley? You think there's going to be more Eco coming?
I do. I think there's going to be a lot more with him, and unfortunately, I don't think it's going to end really well for him.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little about Devin Izara herself. So what I found interesting, I love that Darth Maul was able to pick up on her in the Force. You could sense that she was already struggling. She's frustrated. She's mad. She's like, Jedi aren't supposed to get angry. And she was angry. The fact that she couldn't even just feed her master. Her master's hungry. And she can't feed him. She has to follow the rules. And because she's following the rules, he's starving. And she ends up trying to do something for him. And she gets taken away and thrown in prison. And these little things are just escalating her fall, basically escalating her fall. How's that for an opposite reaction? But she's slowly falling, and Maul was able to pick up on that, and he knew, like, this is the Jedi that I'm going to be able to turn. She's already struggling with her, fighting with the dark side and light side. She doesn't know what to do. I think Devin is going to be a fascinating character. It's a great exploration. We saw it with Anakin. It's just going to be a great exploration of what it takes to make a Jedi fall. Like, when the Jedi start realizing, when one of these Jedi opens their eyes and start realizing that maybe there's a point in the Jedi Order that they've gone too far, and we need to open our eyes more, because they have so many rules and so many beliefs that maybe don't jive with the way the world is right now. Would you agree with them?
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's tough out there. Look what they've just gone through with Order 66 and everything, right?
Yeah, very much so.
How about Spybot? We enjoying Spybot? Oh, we got some excited fans. So Spybot is hilarious. I'm loving this droid. He's kind of like an evil version of Chopper. Yeah? What's that? If Chopper didn't have hair to hold him back, he would be like Spybot. That's pretty funny. I just love that this droid, like, he's having fun with whatever he's doing. He's always he's got that evil laugh, right? He's just loving. He's loving hurting people. He's loving setting up booby traps. He's loving all that kind of stuff. He's pretty fun. Maul himself, is Sam Witwer not killing it as a voice actor? Yeah, we're getting lots of cheers. Yeah. I don't know how that guy delivers such a smooth, like, there's just everything is so calm and cool and smooth, and he's like, nothing's gonna take this guy down, nothing's gonna scare him. He is pretty fantastic. And it's so funny because when you meet people, you've heard their voice on the radio, or you've heard them, whatever, and when you meet them in person, you look at them, you don't look at all what I thought you would look like. That's what Sam Witwer is to me when I hear Maul's voice, I don't picture Sam Witwer at all. It's kind of funny. Let's see. Inquisitors. Okay, we've got Marok back from Ahsoka. Everybody happy about that? Marok, yeah, a couple people. Because what we found interesting about that, because we talked when we covered the Ahsoka series, everybody's excited about Marok. Like, wow, look at this Inquisitor. He looks really cool. He's got that cool grill face mask, and he's going to be awesome. And what happens? Ahsoka cuts him down to one shot. One swing, and he's done. But we find out that he was never actually there. He's just a pile of green energy from the witches. What was it, Vizsla?
Night Sisters.
The Night Sisters, yep. What did you guys say? Dathomir Night, yeah, thank you. So this, I think, similar to what you guys were saying about Maul, this now backtracks it, and we're able to look at Marok and find out why he was a feared character. Like, what was so cool about this guy? Because they built him up in Ahsoka, only to fizzle out and not be anything. Yeah?
Back then, I think, for the dive for fear. And first, he turns himself to all written down. When
yeah,
that would make sense why he's not strong and why he's good now.
Right. So yeah, Marok was already dead in Ahsoka. Yeah. So what we've been speculating, this Maul series is where Marok dies. I think Maul cuts him down. This is where he dies. So we'll have to see. Agree? Yeah. And we half the room agrees, Vizsla. So. But my question with Marok, if Marok is here, in the end of episode 6, we saw the back of a cloaked head. Somebody, he was talking to somebody, and I was wondering, is that Palpatine? Or is that Vader? Okay, so my question is, will we see Darth Vader? Is he going to make an appearance in the show? A couple of people say yeah, a couple people, maybe. Vizsla? Vader? Are we going to get Vader?
100%.
100%. And why? What's going to bring Vader to the show? What's going to have to happen?
Well, the fact that you bring in Inquisitors, he's the head of the Inquisitors. So he's the one telling them what to do and ordering them and training them. It's not going to be, I don't feel like it's going to be Palpatine, just because Palpatine really had nothing to do with the Inquisitors. He really didn't care. He was kind of trying to be the face of the government still, especially at this point. No one obviously knows about the Sith, and no one knows about Palpatine being an evil person. So he's still kind of hiding out a little bit. But Vader is going to be front and center. He's going to be in this series. And, I mean, come on. If Vader and Maul fight, are we not going to, think that the greatest lightsaber battle that we want to see? I mean, it's going to happen.
Yeah, everybody's
Filoni's as big as a fan as we are, if not bigger. So he is going to do it.
Maul, who would have thought that Maul and Vader fight? I mean, we saw Ahsoka fight Vader in Rebels, and that blew me away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we saw Obi-Wan fight Vader in the Obi-Wan show, and that blew us away. If we get Maul and Vader, how crazy is that? 2 former apprentices of Palpatine teeing off against each other.
Pretty close to being set up in Rebels too. How close to
it was. You're right. It was pretty close to set up in Rebels almost happening. So, all right. Well, who's going to win that fight? Let's get real nerdy. Who's going to win between Vader and Vader across the board, Vizsla?
Yeah, easily Vader's going
to
win.
Okay. There's a reason why Maul ran off in Rebels, I think.
There's a reason.
He ran off when he heard Vader was coming in Rebels, I think. So I think Vader's going to slap him up.
Okay, Vader's going to slap him. So if Vader's going to make an appearance, let me ask you guys, who else might make an appearance? You think about the timeline, you think about Maul's story, where we are. Could we see Obi-Wan Kenobi? No. Ahsoka? No. How about Asajj Ventress? My favorite character. Yeah? Some? What do you think, Vizsla? Out of those 3 names?
I definitely think Asajj is a high probability. I think Obi-Wan's a very low, maybe 0. Mm-hmm. Ahsoka's up there. I mean, that's Filoni's favorite. Yeah. So I think it's possible she makes an appearance, but I'd probably put it on the low side still.
So Asajj, so what would bring Asajj back? What in the story could bring her back? Because I don't remember Asajj and Maul. Did they have interactions?
Well, she's a Night Sister.
Yeah, she's a Night Sister. Yeah, so they have that connection. Yeah.
She's a bounty hunter at this point.
She's a what?
Bounty hunter.
She's a bounty hunter at this point. So yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be great to see. I mean, gosh, anytime Asajj on screen, I'm happy. So that would be really cool. Any final thoughts about Maul, guys? Get some fan talking here a little bit.
I heard that it has connections to the Bad Batch in some way, and so I'm looking forward to that thread. See how we can continue. Like, there's more story, obviously, at the end of Bad Batch.
Yeah.
I want to see what happens to Omega. What's going on with Omega?
Yeah, I mean, all we know is she went off to join the rebels, like to join the fight. So yeah, I would love to see a grown-up Omega. And I was always asking on the show, is Omega somebody we've already met? You know, now that she's grown up and she's an actor, because we've only known her as a kid. So is she somebody that we've already known and she's changed her name? I was always curious about it, but I couldn't think of anybody. I didn't know who she could be. It'd be pretty funny. The last, I think where's Expo? Usually I'm waiting. They're usually telling me 5 minutes left. Let's talk about Ahsoka Season 2, because that's coming this fall. Is everybody excited about Ahsoka Season 2? Yeah. You hear that, Bizzle? Right in claps. Yeah, there's a lot. Okay. What are you guys looking forward to in Season 2? Because we know Ahsoka and Sabine are stuck in the other galaxy. They're picking up the trail of, why did I just forget his name?
What's that?
No, Baylan Skoll.
Baylan? Yeah.
Baylan Skoll. They're picking up his trail. We've got a new actor coming in to portray him, which is really, really cool. What do you guys think is going to happen out there? Because they're on this, if you want to kick it off, like where we last saw them and where they could possibly be going.
Yeah, they're out there on, well, now the name escapes me, what galaxy they're in, but Pretty, there you go. Thank you.
Thanks.
There's obviously we saw the statue of the father, you know, as part of the whole Mortis gods, which is going to be a big. I think that's where they're going to dive really heavy into that. You know, I think there was a lot that was left out of the Clone Wars that Lucas and Filoni wanted to get to. So that part I think is definitely going to be dived into with like what the origins of that were and how that impacts. And then, of course, they got to find their way back. You know, Thrawn's now back in the galaxy, so they got to get back and help the galaxy get rid of Thrawn.
Yeah. Over here?
They can get back through the world between worlds.
Get back to the world between worlds.
They can get back to through the
world.
Yeah, like instead of having to use the space whales, they can just use the world between worlds to get back to the other area.
That's right. They could. Okay, so that could be a much faster way to travel back. Interesting. And I mean, with everything they're following, they could easily unlock that and get back in. Yeah, good point. What about Ezra? I mean, the last we saw, he was on the ship with Thrawn coming back, right?
What about Hera? Right. He saw Hera. Where was our hug?
Yes.
That's like his mom, practically. Where was the hug?
Exactly. Yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah.
You think...
Put on your steps, Curtis.
Do you think with all these shows, they're eventually going to catch up with the same timeline and we'll see some big super movie like they did with Marvel?
Will all the shows catch up on the same timeline and build up to one big movie like Marvel? We heard that was the original plan. They were trying to bring everything together to put on the big screen, a big epic event, whether it's one movie or a trilogy. Didn't we hear that might not be the case now?
I think it's still in the works, but it's nothing solidified yet on that. Yeah,
nothing solidified, but it feels like they're doing that because I mean that would be really cool. Ahsoka, Boba Fett, Mandalorian, they're all coming together. I mean, can you imagine all those guys on the big screen in a movie? Oh, that'd be epic. So hopefully, if the Mandalorian and Grogu is successful enough, then we'll see that for sure. Yeah, that'd be great for sure. What was I going to say about Ahsoka? Baylan Skoll, one of my favorite characters of all. Everybody here a fan of him? Oh man, that guy oozed cool. There was something about him that I just really appreciated. It's unfortunate we lost the actor this year, but hopefully, I can't think of his name. The guy from Game of Thrones is taking on his place. Rory McCaff, yeah, and Ray Stevens, you're right. Thank you. I'm a little bit nervous in front of crowds, so my mind's a little working here. What I really like about that story is they were like best friends in real life. So he actually went to the family and got their blessings to continue the character, which I think is really good. So I know he's going to bring it. He's going to bring us a Bale and Skull and just have a great time. But what about his apprentice, though? She's still out there with Ahsoka and Sabine. What's she going to do?
She's leading all the scavengers of that planet.
Yeah. But you think she's going to be a problem? She's probably going to go looking for Ahsoka, I would imagine. It's her fault that she's stuck there, right? What time are we at, Curtis? 5:34. What's our schedule?
I don't know.
Oh, we got a couple more minutes. Okay, good. Give us some thoughts of Ahsoka. More audience.
Ship still. So it's going to be massive battle on a little healthy with, I want to say, night soldiers. There's a lot of cats, but like a lot of kittens that have got in length to just roll it right off there. It is.
Right.
That's on the next big feed for merge.
Huh.
There was Phoebe's back in. Not back in, Akbar.
Akbar?
There's a big battle with Akbar.
Big space battle. They've said that openly. Yeah, so there's a big scene with Akbar's back.
Okay. So there's some stuff to look forward to.
Because obviously he dies in the Last Jedi, but yeah, in Ahsoka there's a big space battle between him and Thrawn.
Yeah.
That's another big arc that they're covering in Ahsoka season 2. Is the Battle of Akbar. I kind of feel what else we saw. But yeah, just going back to that blessings thing, Dave Filoni as well. He went with Rory McCann to Ray Stevenson's family, got all the blessings. He got super emotional.
Yeah, I could imagine
on the stage. I think everyone did.
Yeah. It's going to be good.
But yeah, no, it looks exciting. I know they've finished up the production in that October, I think it was last year.
Yeah, it just finished. So
I don't think there's an official date of it being released, but probably
we're guessing October-ish.
I think September, October time this year.
Yeah, October's for Ahsoka, which is good. So we got more content because it's been a long time. Like we were so excited for Maul to come back or to arrive because we had nothing for a long time other than Star Wars Visions, which we didn't really talk about too much. Yeah, Vizsla, got anything you want to add? We're getting close to wrapping up.
No, I'm excited for Ahsoka. I really liked it. I'm gonna do a rewatch of it as soon as Maul's over. My daughter's a really big Ahsoka fan, so yeah, I'm really excited for it. I think there's gonna be a lot more fan service that Filoni's gonna be putting in there, so it's gonna be really neat.
Well, I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a lot more of Anakin, Force Ghost Anakin, because we know that Hayden Christensen signed a big contract to be involved in Star Wars for the next quite a while. So he's definitely going to be involved, and I think it's going to just be so great to continue seeing them two in live action on screen together. Because after Clone Wars, I mean, it's one of those relationships. Again, family. Star Wars always builds upon family. So I think having Ahsoka and Anakin and just letting Hayden be back in the Star Wars realm, I think it's fantastic. That'll be really, really cool to see. And maybe we'll get an Obi-Wan appearance.
I think he is set to come in there for some flashbacks. Yep. Yeah.
Imagine that. Like, how cool is that? All this stuff is just coming back again. So excited. All right, Vizsla, let's do some trivia. Did you come up with a question?
I did. It's a little. We didn't tease it out there, but I thought it'd be okay. We could probably take some guesses.
All right. We'll start with yours.
Well, I'm a bit. I don't know if I can't see anybody. Tell me, has anybody been to a Star Wars celebration?
Star Wars celebration, yeah. Oh, yeah. Four hands went up in the audience. Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, so my trivia question was, how many, including around the world, how many Star Wars celebrations have there been? Now, the first one was in 1999. To give you context, that it's been going on for 27
Whoever has
years.
the answer, just yell it out first.
You might have to be whoever's closest, unless they're googling it.
We got a guess for 9.
12.
Okay.
12. What? 9 or 12 are the two answers so far. 10. What's the answer, Vizsla?
The answer is 16.
16. Okay. She was closest. We're gonna do
16
right rules. I got medium, large, and extra large. What do you? Medium.
And the 17th is next year for the 50th anniversary.
Come on up. So I'll show you so it's MandaLore Podcast. It's our main logo. All right. So
very cool.
Here you go.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, let's go. So large and extra large. Let's go back to the simple question. MandaLore episode number 176. Yeah, who said it first? Right here. Large or extra large? Come on up. MandaLore shirt for you.
Thank you.
All right, so we got the large shirt. This one's a simple question. Who's my favorite Star Wars character? You guys back here. It's large.
Too easy.
There you go. Awesome. Yeah, that one was easy, but usually I got the Expo people going, come on, hurry up, so I got to make them fast. Yours was more difficult, we had people Googling, so. Come on up and grab a card and stuff, guys. I want to thank everybody for coming out. I really appreciate it. It's tough I'm getting better at public speaking the more I'm up here on stage in front of everybody, but when we're at home behind the microphones in our little studios, it's so much easier. I'd love it if you guys could definitely subscribe to the show, listen in, send in feedback, let us know, say, hey, I found you at the Expo. I just wanted to say hi and then give us your thoughts because we're talking about Maul right now, and we'll be talking about the Mando and Grogu movie when it comes out every single week for the next, what do we got? We've done 3? No, we've only done episodes 1 and 2.
2.
Yeah, May 4th, yeah, exactly. But we're covering 1 episode a week, so we're stretching it out for 10 weeks. So we got 7 more weeks to go. So definitely get in some feedback to us and be part of the show because it's so much better than hearing live. It's a good show, trust me. It's fully produced. We got music, we got sound effects, we got all kinds of stuff going on. We do favorite scenes. We pick a favorite scene from the episode and we replay it back and then we talk about it. So it's a lot of fun. But I appreciate everybody for coming out today. It's really good. If you guys are up for it, I'd like to get everybody together. I'd like to do a big group selfie. I posted it. We have a Facebook page from MandaLore Podcast. I'd like to post it up on there and show everybody that came out today, and you guys can join the group as well. Have some fun. So thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Thank you, Vizsla.
Thanks, everybody. Yes.
The MandaLore is not affiliated with Disney, Lucasfilm, or Fairview Entertainment. This is a fan-made podcast for entertainment purposes only. All music and sound effects are solely owned by their respective properties. Be sure to check out our partner shows, Tomorrow's Legends and Dive into DC, covering your favorite superhero and DC comic stories.